What is up, everybody? Today's video is just going to be basically going over how to start an old two-stroke efficiently. You know, they can be kind of finicky sometimes when starting up. So this is my 1999 wellcraft 190 CCF 19-foot wellcraft, and it's got a 1999 Johnson 115 on it, and it's a 20-year-old motor. You know, but with the right procedure, it starts up pretty good pretty much every time. But you know, there's a few mistakes I was making at first, you know, whether it's flooding the carb or not giving enough gas off the cold start, that would kind of cause it to not want to start up very well, you know, or start up at all from a cold start. So we're going to go over that process today. And the first thing you want to make sure, anytime you start your boat out of the water, always run your muffs. Always make sure there's water flowing. You want to see the water coming out of the pee hole. Always. The Johnson has it right here in front. You always want to make sure you see the water coming out of there as soon as you start the motor. So let's go ahead and turn on the water. Alright, you want to make sure you got good flow. You see the water coming out of the muffs. And then we can go ahead and get on the boat. Alright. And so you're going to want to make sure the battery is turned on, obviously. Okay. And then you're going to want to prime your bulb. Now, when priming the bulb, what I find most effective is just making sure you press it all the way through until you start to feel some pressure. And then once you start to feel a little bit of pressure, you just do kind of half pumps until it feels nice and firm, and to where you really don't have to pump it anymore. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so right there I started to feel a bit of pressure. Now I'm just going to do small half pumps until I feel it get nice and firm. Almost there. Alright, that should be good. And then now the throttle, I always find it's best to put it up around just under 50% throttle. Well, around 30 to 40% throttle. And then the choke. So with a two-stroke, you're always going to choke it on the first ignition turn until you hear it sputter. It may not start in the first try, that's fine. If it does sputter, you don't want to choke it on the second time cranking it. So let's go ahead. Right there, you heard it sputter. That's perfect. Maybe give it a little more gas. And then it starts up just like that every time. I just turned it off. So you see it started up pretty good. That was after about a week of not starting the boat, and it started up pretty well. I kind of over revved it, you know, that'll happen sometimes, but you know, just make sure you get off the throttle as soon as it starts up. I kind of had it there a little longer than I would like, but after you start up for the first time, after you get that cold start done, it should just crank up without choking or anything right after that. So if you no throttle, just start it right up. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I mean, I kept an eye. I don't think I showed in the video, but I did keep an eye on. You can see it there. The pea hole has the water coming out. So you always want to make sure that's going through. Make sure your impeller's in good shape. You know, if you ever buy an old motor, make sure you replace the impeller and lower unit oil and all that. Just do a once over of the whole motor before you take it out in the water.